Okay, g'day, Rudy here. So a bit of a gold update in our gold miners. So USD gold, a lot of people saying it's overstretched. Anyway, well, so just for a bit of fun, so this is last night when they announced the interest rates. So whoop, 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 whoop. That's how they wipe out people. Got stops here, stops there. The games they play. Anyway, so I guess you've all heard 0.25% interest rate drop. I think it's going to they're not really worried about inflation. The key concern's employment. So it just signs up for the stagflation treatment. So long term, there's no change in the whole theory of why gold's a good investment. Could it pull back a bit? Yeah. So this is the weekly chart. So could it pull back to 3,500? Yeah. And still be bullish. Actually, we come back and test here at 3,450. And structurally, there's nothing wrong. So, at this stage, the US 30 over 10 year is still above support. So support stagflation. The US 1 year Treasury yields, they're just hanging on, because obviously a big drop down here will lower interest rates and drive this DXY down, USD, which will drive gold, silver up massively. So I think tonight, it's tonight, tomorrow night, a big options expiry, like for end of the quarter, end of the month, end of this. So there's still some volatility hanging around. But nothing there. I mean, that looks bearish more than anything. So there's still positive signs. And geez, I've stopped listening to YouTube. Gold's going to crash. Share market's going to crash. What the fuck are they on about? My view, the Federal Reserve is just going to pump money into the system. I don't think the stock market's going to crash, not now anyway. And smart people are buying gold, so, so Aussie dollar and gold price. So again, look, it's just technically, I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, what else? Consolidating at the highs. Anyway, okay, so let's get, okay, so now there are some things, so GDX, so this is the American version. So it's only, so technically it's only taken out the highs from 2011, okay. So could it pull back? Yeah, a nice pullback to here would be, a pullback would be nice, because then it just sets up momentum for another up move, because you can't keep going vertical. I know we'd all like that, but it doesn't work that way. It's not healthy, because it just comes down harder. And we can see this, the GDX over gold. So the gold miners have really been outperforming the gold price. So that's, that's just natural for the gold miners now to take it. It'd be perfect if gold just stabilized and the miners came back. That would be a perfect setup for a next move up. Now the miners, man, that's just ripping, eh? When I first started the channel, well, we're at 8, nearly a double bagger. So that again, so that's you can't. That's gonna have some pullbacks, and this, yeah. So the thing is, if you're in for the long term, for the next, or at least the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it's going to go higher, but there's going to be pullbacks. So you're just going to have to accept it. Or you try and time the market, but then you've got tax considerations. So then, and the GDX here in Australia. So that's the same too. Because you can see this moving average line here. Things don't, it's rare that it gets extended this far. So that's why the best option is for, a bit of sideways like this, and let this line moving average catch up and then go again. That would be ideal. Now, if we look at the stocks, like because they're the global stocks, okay, so that's those ETFs that we just talked about. So Newmont, like that's just a rocket. Again, could it come back? Yes. Would it be technically damaged? No. Could it go? As I said, I'd just love it to go sideways for a bit. Wheaton, it's the same thing. It's not too far from the moving average. Franco, again, a pullback to here would be healthy. Agnico, again, a bit of a pullback would be healthy. So I guess I'm just, as you can see, I'm trying to butter you up to get ready for a pullback. Doesn't mean, I don't think it's going to crash, because that gold price will hang up. And might not do anything, it might keep going. Anglo Gold, again, looks beautiful. Kinross, that one does. Yeah, see how far it is. Okay, so they're the American stocks. Okay, so okay, ready to get. What about here in Australia? Where is it? XGD. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is our Aussie Gold Index. So again, we've had a good run. Could we pull back? Yes, but we'll see when we go through. It's interesting, the XGD, so the Aussie Gold Index over miners. So miners has been outperforming the Aussie Gold. Looks like there might be a bit of outperformance potentially, not yet, of Aussie gold miners over the global. Okay, so let's go through them. So Alkane, interesting, it met the measured move from here to here to here. So again, come down to 94 cents, hang around there for a while, go. BGL, put that out as a hot stock, so like that's not too late. I think it's had its net zero punishment. No, apart from that, it's a great stock, great resource. Okay, Capricorn. So Capricorn could come back to, put in your head that Capricorn could come back to $11 and still be fine. Catalyst, so $7. So it looks like it might want to go on with it, but just expect it $7. Evolution, expect to pull back to $8.50. Emerald, that doesn't look like it's going to pull back. That looks like it's going to go up. Great Land Resources, that doesn't look like it wants to pull back. Genesis, so $5 again, or I guess down to $4.80, still be fine. So KCN, Kingsgate, so down to $2.60, still fine. That's Northern Star, on a bad day. Gee, if you're on a bad day, you get Northern Star at $19, buy it. We'll just lock that away in the head. So OBM, so it's sitting at its support line, so hopefully it just holds around here. Pantoro, Pantoro hasn't read the rule books. He just looks like he wants to go. Perseus, okay, so if Perseus breaks where it is now, then down to $3.90 could be expected. Remelius, so $3.30. If it breaks $3.30, $3 across here. Regis, okay, so Regis down to $5 potentially would be good buying. I guess that's what you have in your head too. Like if you haven't got any gold stocks, is if they pull back, a great time to buy. So Resolute, so he There's a hot stock, so he just looks like he's going to consolidate there. SBS, so all these laggards, you can see they started taking off. So that doesn't look like it wants to pull back. Volt, no one gave them the memo either. Anyway, that doesn't look like it wants to pull back. I wouldn't chase it though. WAF, well, we don't know if anyone knows what's going on, let us know. West Gold. So, well, if West Gold pulls back to 340 to buy. All right, I'll just go through the big boys there. So I just want to say, everything sort of looks okay, but just prepare for a pullback, and don't be scared if it happens. All right then, let us know your thoughts. See ya.